Dan Smith. I'm an art educator. I've been teaching in the public school system. This is my 17th year of teaching. I am also an artist. I'd like to introduce you to C. Dan Paint. Hello, my name's C. Dan Paint. I'm an artist, I'm a painter, work in lots of different media. I'm also an art teacher. Thanks, Dan. So we're here to talk about our research into the experience of the artist teacher. We conducted a literature review and found some very interesting topics and themes that are relevant across the board as we consider the dual identity or the dual role of a teacher practitioner or an artist teacher. Dan, how would you describe your identity? Well, first and foremost, I consider myself an artist as you consider yourself a teacher. I do find my identity to be very situational, depending on where I'm at or what activities I'm participating in. Kind of depends on how I describe myself. I do consider myself an artist teacher. I do consider myself an artist first most of the time. What other themes are you talking about, Dan? Dan, I'm so glad you asked. One of the greatest things that I discovered through this literature review is the Artist Teacher Scheme, which is a program in the United Kingdom that is built as professional development for artist teachers, particularly teachers who've kind of lost their practice. And it's a way for them to get back in a classroom setting where you might have critiques, where they can build a body of work and kind of work with other artists to kind of reawaken their artistic practice. Oh wow, that sounds really cool. I bet that's something that you might be able to work into what you do as a teacher, working with the other teachers during professional development time. That sounds like a great way to engage teachers in a practice that could directly affect their teaching every day. One of the things that the literature revealed about that was it brings a contemporary connection to the art classroom. You have a contemporary artist, the artist teacher working, and they're able to connect contemporary practice to what's happening in their classroom. Is that right? Exactly, Dan. Thanks for mentioning that. Not only that, as art education continues to change and we reconsider different curricula choices, material culture and visual culture are now a big part of that. So having a contemporary connection to those type of things, I think is very apt and something we should consider. Thanks for mentioning that. Another important facet of the artist teacher is reflexive or reflective practice, where being an artist and being a teacher, we kind of stop and review what we're doing. We, as an artist steps back from their artwork to look at it as we're working and as we change things, so can a teacher. What do you think about that, Dan? Wow, that's a great point, and that's a very important part of this. As I work, when I'm painting, I'm constantly evaluating and reevaluating and changing things. So to have that background as an artist, I'm able to incorporate those same things into my teaching. So being able to look at oneself from a distance is a very important concept that being an artist you can then take into your teaching, especially your art teaching. Yeah, thanks. So in conclusion, as my research continues, I'm now kind of focused on what can I do to bring an artist-teacher scheme to the areas that I work in, particularly the professional development in the school district that I teach in. So I'm going to continue looking at the artist-teacher scheme and seeing how it works and what parts of that I can use to develop a professional development plan for the teachers in my school district that we could use throughout a year. And we'll kind of look at that as we work through it. I'm very excited about this. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate everything that you've shared with us about your experience as an artist. Oh, absolutely, and I appreciate everything you shared about your teaching. I am C. Dan Paint. I am an artist. And I'm Dan Smith. I'm an art teacher. And together, we're C. Dan Paint and Teach. Identity.
There's nothing new to say. The talk of desert roads, destinations we don't know. We won't go, so it's pointless anyway. Waves are crashing on the beach. People laughing Florence Beach. Somewhere past the blue horizon.
The Artist Teacher Scheme. Gender.
Don't wanna talk about the old days, just useless memories. Castles in the sand, fun to make with our own hands. Should've put them where the tide would never be.
History.
Waves are crashing on the beach, people laughing Florence Beach. Somewhere past the blue horizon. The sun is setting in the east, shadows growing at our feet. Night is creeping up behind us. Nothing there but open road. All we had to do was go. Now it's way too late to make the day go longer. Waves are crashing on the beach, people laughing Florence Beach. Somewhere past the blue horizon. The sun is setting in the east, shadows growing at our feet. Night is creeping up behind us.
Interested in my research? Email me at cdanpaint@gmail.com.